He's going now. Well, I got that on camera at very least. Good morning, welcome back to a brand new video. If you're new here, then welcome. My name's Alex, I'm a cameraman. I take you behind the scenes of the jobs that I get to do, whether that's in the UK or abroad, video, photo or drone, and I post 2 videos a week for you every Thursday and every Sunday to show you what I've been up to. So today's an interesting one. We're heading up to the Lake District. We've got a surprise product to show you in just a second, and yeah, it should be a really cool one. I'm meeting up with some friends, doing some work, and having an epic journey. So join me, let's go. First things first, thank you to today's sponsor, Cyrusher, for sponsoring me this Kommoda 2.0 e-bike. The plan is, take this up to the house, go and get the van, pack it, drive it all the way, and then go from there. Join me, it's going to be a good one. Let's go. Apologies if this camera's a bit wobbly, but I will sort it out. Apologies if there's lots of wind noise as well. But this is a 5-minute journey up to where I'm keeping the van, and yeah, this is the perfect mode of transport to be able to go anywhere, get anything, do anything quickly without it being a hassle of getting a car there. So this has been an invaluable product for me, and as I said, I've had it since Christmas, so yeah, I've been making the most of it for sure. Now, if you guys know me, you know that I absolutely love a gadget. Of course I do. Cameras, computers, anything like that, I absolutely love it. And if you mix that with a bit of sport, such as this, then that is exactly up my alley. So, we've made it to the van. As I said, it took 2 minutes, no time at all to get here, which is fantastic. As I said, thanks to this thing. Now the plan is to put this in there, safe and sound, get this started, take it home and get it packed. I have a few other things that I need to do this morning, but most of all, the most important thing is getting this home, getting a haircut, and setting off as soon as possible. So, yeah, that's that. The reason why I've had to wait to go and do the job with this, which is taking some photos and videos of it for the company, and the reason I've had to wait to do that is because I needed to fit it in this van, and the rush for getting this van done was so that I could do this job. So, yeah, that's the plan. Let's get it done. I need to stop waffling and start rushing. So let's go. As you can see, back in trusty headcam mode, and I actually smashed this wing mirror when I was driving along in the Lake District last time. Basically, I think I hit a tree, or maybe the tree hit me, but yeah. So that's a bit of a shame. I'm hoping that glass isn't gonna fall out, but I do have a spare one anyway. Also, quickly, let's get this started up. It's been a little while again, and it is a little bit chilly. Thank you for all of the comments, helping me with a few tips in terms of turning off the blowers and anything electrical in the van before getting it started, to try and give it the best chance of starting first time. So I always try and start it without the choke first time, because that's what I was told to do. Again, if I'm wrong, then apologies, but oh, looks like it's in gear. But it did want to start, so that's a good sign. Anyway, let's try again. No. So, let's get the choke out. No gas, let's just get it started. There we go. Sweet as a nut. So, let's get this bike on board. It's going to be a bit of a squeeze, that's for sure. I also have a spare wheel as well. I think that's a pretty useful thing to take with me. Not that I have a 3.5 ton jack, but it will definitely be useful if I did get a flat tyre for any technician to be able to come out and fix it for me with their jack. And they might even be called Jack, you never know. Diesel. Right, is it going to even fit through the door? That's the question. I hope so. If not, I'll be in a bit of a pickle. It's heavy, but it's not ridiculously heavy. Definitely heavier bikes out there. There we go. Look at that, it was meant to be. Absolutely meant to be. So I'm going to secure this in a very sensible way so it's not flying about, not getting damaged. This is a product I need to photograph and film, so I've left all of these wrappers on for now, but be assured I will make sure to peel them off with you guys on camera. Let's get this closed, get this bike secured and hit the road. Away we go. Try and get it out of here without hitting the guttering, if I can, and without hitting the wall is always a bonus. So I might have already mentioned this, but the next job on today's agenda is in 10 minutes time I'm going to go and get my hair cut, because I'm going to be up in the lakes for about 2 weeks and my hair grows really fast, so I need to make sure I take care of that so I don't look too homeless even if I am driving this van. So that's job number one. Then I need to take this up to Halfords on the way to the motorway to get some more oil for it, because I just tested the dipstick and I think it's running a little bit low, and I don't think there's any harm in getting some oil to just take with me just in case anyway. The only thing I don't know is where the oil filling hole is, so I'm hoping I won't have to fill it up down the dipstick spout. So yeah, I don't know what any of you guys call it in America or Canada, but we call that device to test your oil a dipstick. And we'd also call somebody who's a little bit silly a dipstick as well. It's quite a soft insult, but yeah. Anyway, let's go. Okay, back home, safe and sound. Next thing to do, get the bike back out the van, and I'm going to be using that to go take her up to get a haircut in just a minute. And then after that, it is packing the van, setting it all up, and I did want to see if I could get this up here so it's nice and out the way. That might not happen, and if it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, that would be a nice little plan. It's now go time, 2.0, time to go and get a haircut. That is why this thing is so fantastic. It's because it's literally so easy to get on it, start it up, fire it on, and head off. So, here we go. See if we can get it around without falling off, that would be good. Don't worry, that's water, not oil dripping off the van, so. I squeezed past you, sorry. Thank you. Okay, so far so good. Apologies if there's any wind noise, but we've managed to get the van as far as Pets at Home. So what I need to do is run in, get Layla some dog food, because I'll be on the road for 12 days and I want to make sure that I've got more than enough food for her. Then we'll be taking it down to Halfords, and yeah, the oil I need is not expensive, so that's not a problem. After that, hit Tesco, get fuel, and then there's about a 3.5 hour journey in a car up to my location. But I think that's probably going to be about 5 hours in the van. So yeah, got a long way to go. It's about 2 o'clock now, so I imagine I'll get there for 6 or 7, hopefully. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll take you along for as long as I can. Obviously, it's going to get dark fairly soon, so won't be able to do that, but it's looking a million times better now that it's been cleaned. Anyway, I'll stop waffling. Let's go. So, the journey's going well. I've got about 2 hours left, about 100 miles, so I imagine that's going to take me roughly, yeah, I would say 2 hours is, or 2.5 hours is fairly realistic for that. There might be a bit of traffic coming up around Manchester. So it's been another hour, you've time travelled once again since that last clip. Unfortunately, my GoPro battery died, but what I thought I was going to say was, we've got 2 hours left, we're going to hit rush hour traffic around Manchester, which we did a little bit. There was a bit of traffic, but it wasn't too bad. We're now 1 hour away at Charnock Richard Services. I have, obviously, Layla with me. The van is looking very homely, and this is the bike that we're taking up. So, obviously, I sleep up there, so it's not a problem having this here, but it would be ideal to have a bike carrier either on the back or something of the van. It is about, I think it's 40 kilos or something, that bike, so it does weigh a little bit. I don't know if the van would be up to the task of having it on the back, but you never know. So yeah, I've got 1 hour left. I'm going to head up there. I'm going to camp somewhere on Park for Night tonight, just because there's no point spending money on a campsite, and also it's Valentine's Day, so all of the campsites are pretty busy and full. So even then, I don't think I'd want to go to a busy caravan site, because you are parked quite close to each other, especially on Valentine's Day, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we're going to be avoiding that at all costs. So Layla and I are going to have a lovely little romantic night together on the side of the road somewhere. Anyway, if I don't manage to catch up with you tonight, I'll see you guys in the morning like this. That's right, you've time travelled, it's now the next day, but I did in fact make it to the lakes. I mean, Grange over Sand's a good starting point for me. I wonder why else I'm here. Leave those comments down below if you have a theory. Also, I'm going to be taking the bike out, getting some drone shots, because I think it's looking pretty nice down there. So yeah, this is the plan for today so far. I'll also be taking you on another park up later on. I'll show you how I found it, why I'm parking there, and all those different reasons when we get there. But first of all, let's make the most of this dry, touch wood weather and head down to the seafront to get some cool shots. Or is it an estuary? I'll do some research, but let's go. So, of course, we're going to be taking this, which I'm going to aptly nickname the Media Machine, because that is exactly what it is. This thing's going to be perfect for helping with my job today and for the coming future. So, as I said, we're going to head down, get some drone shots, and I'm looking pretty 2025, if I do say so myself. Full face helmet, really bright jacket, e-bike with a GoPro on, so, and a drone in the backpack. So yeah, I think I'm looking fairly modern. Just going to double check the van's locked, which it isn't. Oh dear, what am I like? Now I need to try and find the key. Take two, key acquired, van locked. Put this in the bag and then we'll hit the road. Stand up, and this bike actually has a headlight, a horn, and 5 power assist levels, which is what I've set it to. I think you can set more levels than that, up to like 11 or something, but yeah, I've got it set to just having the 5 for now. As I'm just about to tootle through town and I've not ridden the bike in a little minute, I'll just leave it in eco for now. That's a fairly standard setting for it. And yeah, I hope you guys can see enough. I'm going to give you a little whistle stop tour of Grange as well, but let's stop waffling and let's just get going. It also has full suspension, so things like that are not a problem. The only thing I could see being a problem is my eyes watering, but let's see. One way, so let's go this way. Hopefully I won't be needing one of them. So, I'm doing as I'm told, dismounting, and I just thought I'd quickly show you guys the promenade. This is where last time I was here, I flew the drone from. Also, just to show you, this bike is absolutely fine to push, not too heavy at all. And it does have a special setting that you can walk with it and it will power itself. But here we go, as you can see, it's absolutely sound. It's a mile all the way from that side, all the way down to that side. And as you can see, I think the tide is in at the moment, which looks a little bit different to before. I was hoping the tide was going to be out and showing all of those nice features in the sand, but yeah, unfortunately, not this time. Maybe next time. What I'm going to do, head back out onto the road and see if I can get all the way down to that other side. Obviously, I'm not allowed to cycle down here, so that's what we'll do. Hiya. All right. Hiya. I am doing a little video, yeah. I'm reviewing this bike, which is pretty cool, yeah. Take me everywhere I need it to, and it does many, many miles, so. But it looks pretty rugged, this one. It doesn't look like your normal sort of Deliveroo e-bike, does it? It's pretty rugged looking, which is what I was going for. Batteries in here, yeah. Again, like other bikes don't really have it in the frame, they just have it plonked onto the frame. Yeah. Whereas this one, yeah, looks really, really good. Very nice. Yeah, have a lovely walk anyway. Nice to see you. See you later. Thank you. Okay, so can remount the bike. And we need to go up and then left down the main road. And this is where having pedal assist is obviously super handy. I'm doing barely any effort here, get up the hill and we should be able to keep up with her, no problem at all. So whilst we're here at the happy bench, I do have a confession to make. I have already fallen off this bike. I was getting a little bit overzealous with it. I damaged it there. I've damaged it down here and damaged my hand a little bit, but not too bad. I am absolutely fine. I'm in a full face helmet and, you know, pretty good gear, so hasn't really touched me at all. The only thing that's annoying is it's ripped my trousers, and I think I ripped my shoe a bit as well. Yeah, I ripped my brand new £160 shoes, so that is a shame. But yeah, the bike has held up really, really well. Sorry, Cyrusher, I know I need to do some marketing with this. It is a little bit scuffed, but if anything, this shows you this bike is super, super durable. I came off it at some speed as well, and nobody saw, which is the most important thing. But yeah, as you can see, I'm actually fine, the bike's fine, and yeah, it's a testament to the build quality, if nothing else. Let's continue. Well, I got that on camera, at very least. What a cute train station. So, just as I get ready to set up the drone, what we're going to be doing is next weekend, it is my birthday weekend, but we also have a job on, so it looks like we're going to be postponing the shoot for this from this weekend, because it's going to be raining tomorrow, until next weekend. So stay tuned for that, that should be a good one. I'm not sure quite what day we're doing it yet, but look at this. So here we are, parked up with the bike, locked up, drone ready to go. Let's get some nice shots. I'm hoping that the shot from above will look a little bit more inspiring than what I can see from the ground, but we'll only find out now. So it is a bit misty today, which is a bit of a shame, as you can see. But this is classic British weather. There's the train station. And there's Grange, or the far side of Grange anyway. So there is this island down here that somebody lives on, which I thought was quite interesting to come down and have a little look at. I thought there was just one house on there, but it looks like there's 3 buildings on there. So yeah, that's really, really cool. I tell you what, I am getting some funny looks, that's for sure. But this drone is unfortunately not picking up exactly what I wanted it to. The weather last time, I think I was spoiled. When I came here last, the weather was really, really good. But now it's a little bit grey, which I'm a little bit sad about. If the tide was out, that would make something a little bit interesting for me to shoot. But unfortunately, the tide is in, so yeah, there's not that much to look at, unfortunately. If anybody was wondering or looking to get a drone, I would recommend this very highly. This is a DJI Mini 4 Pro, and it's really, really good. And I have a variable ND filter on the front as well, meaning I can set my settings to be optimal, but then change that to make it lighter or darker. It's kind of like sunglasses for the lens. Here we are, back at the van with the bike. That was a little bit of a failed attempt, but never mind. The bike did a good job. It's just bad planning, bad weather, and all this sort of stuff on my part for getting those drone shots, but I'll try again either later today or tomorrow. So yeah, let me take you through some of these features of this bike, why I think it's so good. I've had it since Christmas. I've been taking it here, there, and everywhere. I've put a good, decent amount of miles on it. And yeah, as you've seen, it's held up pretty well to me coming off of it as well. So fantastic. I'm absolutely chuffed with it so far. So starting at the start, we have this headlight. It's absolutely brilliant, super, super bright, completely lights up the road ahead of us. And it's on a button on the handlebars just here, which really makes it useful, and it's a pretty satisfying click as well. We also have a rear light there. If I quickly just set this tripod up, it's a little bit wonky, but bear with me. When I click the brake lever, the brake light brightens as well, which is absolutely awesome. I hope it does since I've come off of it. Yeah, it is, that's good news. It is, of course, a step-through e-bike, which makes it super easy to get on and off the bike, which I very much appreciate. And I am only pretty short, but yet the bike feels perfectly sized for me. And I've had other tall people ride it, and they also say it is the perfect size. It's not too heavy. I did worry about these electric bikes being a bit heavy, but no, it is absolutely fine. more than manageable. I'm able to get it in and out of the van on my own, no problem. And yeah, the bike has full suspension. This is the rear shock there, and we also have the front shocks also, but that is such a nice thing to have, especially with it having a bit of weight to it. The suspension is very much appreciated, and obviously the battery probably appreciates having some nice full suspension as well. So this bike also has an upgraded torque sensor, which means it's more intuitive and seamless. When you're putting power through the pedals, it knows exactly how much power to put through the back motor to get you to the speed that you want to get to. If you do live in Canada, or you do live in America, or anywhere other than the UK, which is obviously one of the most restricted places when it comes to e-bikes, your bike will come with a throttle and it will go 30 mile an hour or nearly 30 mile an hour, which feels absolutely rapid. I have been lucky enough to test this bike full speed on private property at my sister's house. It's private property, we can do what we want on it. And yeah, this bike has performed so well. I'll put a clip in here. What do we think?
That's awesome.
We've also got 7 Shimano gears and 5 pedal assist levels, which I mentioned earlier, to really help you feather out how much speed and power you want. If you're in power setting 1, it will give you minimal power, power setting 2 a bit more, power 3, 4, 5, more and more until you get to full speed. We also have hydraulic disc brakes on it, which, as I said, this thing stops on an absolute dime. Really pleased with the brakes. With it being almost looking like a motorbike, obviously we want to have some serious breakage on it, and it really does provide that serious breakage that I require. The last thing I want to mention is the range of the bike. It does apparently go 68 miles, I believe, on a full charge, which is absolutely incredible. Obviously, that will be with Power Assist 1, I'd imagine, and also pedaling at the same time. If you are, as I said, in the States or Canada, if you have a throttle and you put it on Power Assist level 5, I don't think it will last that long, but I'd be surprised if you didn't get some serious mileage out of it still, because the battery in this thing is absolutely massive. So yeah, awesome piece of kit. It will take you as far and as fast as you need to go, or pretty much as far and fast as you want to go. So next plan of action is get this back in the van, head over to the spot that I want to stay at for the night. I'll quickly show you in there, once I've warmed up a little bit, how I found it, what I'm picking there, and all those other good things. And once we get there, I have one job to do, which is put some more oil in the van. And I think it's going to be a bit of a fiddly job. Hopefully it won't get dark or rain in the meantime. If it does, that'll be postponed until the next day. But if not, we'll hopefully be able to put some more oil in it, because I think it's a bit thirsty. So we'll do that, get this on, I'll stop waffling, let's go. I'm just back inside the van, and I thought I'd really quickly, before starting it up, warming it up and taking us to the next spot, show you 3 different apps, or tell you about 3 different apps that I've been using to try and help me find park-ups. I think the Lakes is becoming very notoriously difficult to find park-ups. I looked on Park for Night, and loads of the ones that say they're good for day and night now have comments saying these are not good for night. There are now signs that have been put up, which is a massive shame. But I guess those people who go around spoiling it, ruining these sites and different locations, ruin it for everybody else, and then signs get put up. So I assume that's why that happens. What I do use are Park for Night, Horizon Parking and Britstops. They're the 3 that I've seen other YouTubers using, and yeah, they're okay. As I said, Park for Night is one of those apps where you're able to like leave reviews and comment and stuff like that. But one of my good mates has said that the best way to do it really is to just go on Google Maps on satellite and try and find some good laybys. And that is what I have done. So I found a spot that isn't on any of the apps. I'm going to be going there very shortly. It's only 11 minutes down the road. Yeah, and I'm 99.9% sure it's totally legal for us to park there. I know there are a few technicalities, like you're not supposed to go up a curb and all these sorts of things, which I won't be doing. And I'll show you that spot when we get there. I'll try and get some nice drone shots of it, if the weather stays good. So I'm just in the van, and there's 3 police cars here. It's quite hard to see, apologies because it's super wide angle, but yeah, 3 police cars just here. Look at him coming flying past now. And there's, looks like there must be some special cargo or something. I'll try and film it as it comes past, but here he goes. He's going now. the motorhome gods have shone down upon me and made sure me doing the oil change was really easy. Not oil change, oil top up was super easy. And I am so pleased. If you have a look in this engine bay, you will notice that A, it looks really old and rusty, but also you'll notice that there is no obvious place to fill up your oil, which is something that obviously I was concerned about. I know that it does need topping up with oil every now and then. It burns quite hot, petrol engines too, and I think they use more oil than a diesel engine. I might be wrong, but here we go. Anyway, it was running a little bit low. Here is my dipstick. Again, one of my favourite British insults, calling someone a dipstick. This is the part where you fill the oil up in. So I managed to pry that cap off with some tools that I bought with me, basic tools. Also had a bit of spare oil too. Just topped it up a little bit because when I run the engine, I'll then, you know, let it rest again and see what the oil level is before overfilling it or doing anything stupid like that. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Let's quickly pop this down. Oh, I actually need to put the wheel back in, so I'll do that in a second. But yeah, it's looking great, and what a fantastic spot we've parked up at. So I just wanted to say, if you've enjoyed today's video, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up button for me, really helps, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm so close to 20,000. I think I'm 400 people away, subscribers away from being at 20,000. That'd be a wicked goal to get to. It is my birthday next week, but we should be posting some content still. And as I said, we're up here in the Lake District with the bike, as you can see just there, and the van, to get some awesome content of for the company. So yeah, thank you again for Cyrusher for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate it. That bike is one of the most fun things I've done in my whole life. Electric bikes are the way forward, and that thing is an absolute hoot to drive, to ride, whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. If there's any discounts for that bike, I'll put them in the description and put them on the screen now for you. But yeah, can't recommend it enough. Thanks again, Cyrusher. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy.